What is an analogy? All right, so analogies are past experience used to prove and explain new experiences. Okay, so here I can give you a great example. Right, so we have here, um, well, let's take something general here that I can think of imperialism, right? So we go with this analogy like, hey, listen, if we go ahead and we conquer their land, guess what? We conquer their people, we get more soldiers, we get more resources, we get the land, we'll get gold, and we'll expand our territories, and it'll probably, open up new doors to expand to further lands past those lands, right? So that's basically an analogy, right? Okay, it's worked for us before. Let's keep expanding, right? So this is an analogy that we're going to go ahead and we're going to use to prove and explain these new experiences, right? So we go ahead and we conquer the new land, and we got more soldiers, and we got more labor force, and we acquired resources, fertile lands. And our economy's growing, right? Now, analogies can mislead those that are in power, right? So just because it worked for you this time doesn't mean that it's always going to work, right? So here's another analogy, right? Here's another scenario, same analogy, right? Analogies are past experience used to prove and explain new experiences, okay? And so we go ahead and, hey, look, listen, man, we've exhausted all this land that we conquered, right? Let's go ahead and we'll expand further down south. We're just going to expand further, right? So now we go ahead and we conquer more land. Same thing, right? But this time, we kind of overpowered ourselves to the point where we can't sustain our own society, right? Not only do we make enemies when we conquer our neighbors, right? We we also create internal affairs. Okay, so now imagine when someone came in, you know, to your territory, right? Conquered, took everything you had. Do you think those soldiers and those laborers are going to be happy? No, they're not. And if you keep expanding your empire, you're just going to have the majority who is not going to favor your method of ruling or method of governing. Right? So eventually a revolution is gonna break out. All right. And this was we'll consider it like the French Revolution, all right? Internal. Analogies are past experience used to prove and explain new experience.